Houston, we have liftoff. Oh, I'm hoping to interview Tudge after the game as well, so... Here come the floodlights. Well, I'm getting a new... Test 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Good evening, Red and Green Army, and welcome to another edition of Coventry United TV with yours truly, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook, for today's Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Coventry United and South Normanton Athletic. Kickoff is just 5 minutes away at the Butts Park Arena. Let's get straight into your team news. First of all, for the Shiners of South Normanton Athletic, number 1, Curtis Hall. Number 2, Tommy Layton. Number 3, Dave Lee. Number 4 is Kane Jellyman. Number 5, Mark Strozewski. Number 6, Ryan Nadine. Number 7, John King. 8, Jamie Turner. 9, Marcus Tudguy. 10, Jack Tyson. 11, Kieran O'Connell. And for Coventry United, number 1, Tom Deitch. 2, Giovanni Green. 3, Ryan McQuanje. 4, Gift Musa. 5, Rob Frindle. 6, Chris Cox. 7, Kyle Carey. 8, Liam Kennedy. Number 9, Luke Barlow. 10, Brian Palmer. 11, Frankie Bejnitz. We can see the red and greens lining up in the tunnel area. United looking to inflict yet more misery on the struggling Shiners. You see Terry Hansen making his way towards the dugout. United have not been on the best run of form. Last 4 matches they have gone without a victory. The last one probably not by their own doing. Referee making sure that we're all set to go as we prepare for the arrival of the 2 teams for tonight's match. So today's referee is a little bit more competent than the previous one. Well, the Butts Park Arena is home to yet another Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. Tonight's game sees Coventry United versus South Normanton Athletic, a match that we only saw a few weeks ago. South Normanton fighting for their lives towards the bottom of the Premier Division standings, and they desperately need some points to further solidify their safety ambitions. United have not won in their last 4 matches, and following the ugly scenes of the Horman game on Saturday, they're hoping to bring some beautiful football back to the free-spired city. But South Normanton are a team rejuvenated in recent weeks. They've been picking up points at a much faster rate and have vastly improved their chances of remaining a Premier Division side next season. The last team to beat them? Well, that would be Coventry United. Can Terry Hansen's men repeat the feat tonight at the Butts Park Arena, live on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. So tonight's starting lineup here on CUTV starting with South Normanton Athletic. Number 1, Curtis Hall. 2, Tommy Layton. 3, Dave Lee. 4, Kane Jellyman. Number 5, Mark Straszewski. Number 6, Ryan Nadine. 7, John King. 8, Jamie Turner. 9, the captain, Marcus Tudguy. Number 10 is Jack Tyson, and number 11, Kieran O'Connell. Sub-chiefs for South Normanton, number 12, Sam Kellogg, and number 14 is Tom Kellogg. And for Coventry United this afternoon, number 1, Tom Deitch. Number 2, Giovanni Green. Number 3, Ryan McQuanjay. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Rob Prinzel. Number 6, the captain, Chris Cox. Number 7, Kyle Carey. Number 8, Liam Kennedy. Number 9, Luke Barlow. Number 10, Ryan McQuanjay. And number 10 is... So I'll start again. I'll tell you what, Roy Evans' voice is getting me flustered. It was going so well, wasn't it? So I've come to number 1, Tom Deitch. 2, Giovanni Green. 3, Ryan McQuanjay. Number 4, Gift Musa. 5 is Rob Prinzel. 6, the captain, Chris Cox. 7, Kyle Carey. 8, Liam Kennedy. Number 9, Luke Barlow. 10, Ryan Palmer. And number 11, Frankie Bejner. Substitutes for Coventry United, number 12, Tom James. 14, Jamal Clark. 15, Brad Jones. 16, Kevin Thornton. Well, the sides are swapping ends. South Normanton in white and blue, and Coventry United in their traditional red shirts with green shorts and socks. Well, we are set to go here on CUTV, live coverage of Coventry United versus South Normanton Athletic. It will be the Shiners to kick things off, standing over the ball. Marcus Tudguy and Kieran O'Connell. Houston, we have left off at the Butts Park Arena. Long ball down the left-hand side from the South Normanton defender towards Marcus Tudguy, won in the air by Rob Prinzel. Liam Kennedy gets his first touch on the ball. Now Giovanni Green making a rare appearance, his first appearance for Coventry United since the summer. His attempt to test is charged down by Marcus Tudguy. Stabbed away from Green. Tudguy tries the back heel to O'Connell. He cuts out by the Coventry United defence. Kennedy on the ball. Green caught napping again. But down the right for Luke Barlow, making just his second appearance for Coventry United. Pass towards Ryan Palmer is intercepted by Dave Lee. Lee looks to send Tyson on his way. Jack Tyson. Header by Cox. Towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Can O'Connell get it in? He's got Tudguy in there. O'Connell runs it over the white line, goal kick. Like Tudguy, of course, a very familiar face to many in the free-inspired city. Former Coventry City striker, released by the Sky Blues in the summer. He's also played for the likes of Nottingham Forest, Derby County as well. Lee. Now Straszewski. His winged ball drifts over the white line for a throw-in. So Coventry with the throw halfway into their own half on the right-hand side. Carey lets it run, gets away from Tudguy, but runs straight into the number 8, Jamie Turner. Here's Tudguy now sprinting at the United back line. In goes Carey with the challenge, a former Sky Blue himself. One of the best of crosses by Tommy Layton. And it's to the feet of Chris Cox. His clearance is only as far as the South Normanton man, and the ball by Tudguy is turned in. It was Nadine's ball, Tudguy stabbing it on, and South Normanton are in front. Goal coming from Kieran O'Connell. Fast start for the Shiners. Just 2 minutes after the first whistle, and the Red and Greens are already behind. You have to ask why O'Connell was allowed so much freedom in that penalty area. Prince lobs it forward towards the South Normanton back line. You can see already how much South Normanton have improved since that 3-0 drumming at the MJ Construction Arena last month. United certainly with less to fight for than South Normanton. They're just 5 points above the relegation zone, today's visitors, with 3 teams going down in the Midland Football League Premier Division. And another effort by O'Connell. This time it's a little less accurate. Coventry United already looking a little bit shaky in the early goings. Deitch places the ball and fires it away from the net. Nodded on by Ryan McQuanjay of Coventry United. Frankie Beja tries in vain to keep it up, but it evades the winger. It's into touch, trying to be taken by Tommy Layton. Layton's throw up line towards Tudguy. Header won by Chris Cox. It's brought down to earth by the veteran striker. And Giovanni Green tries to clear it, but it rolls off his boot and into touch for a corner kick. A youthful squad for Coventry United tonight. Really, it's the only squad that the Red and Greens could put out. Numerous players out with suspension or injury. The corner from the right flank, an opportunity for South Normanton to double their advantage. We haven't even had 5 minutes yet, but already United are in trouble. The header at the far post by Mark Strojewski is off the mark. And South Normanton's advantage remains at just the 1 for now. United seemingly playing a front three with Luke Barlone behind the attacking trio of Bejnut, Palmer and Kennedy. Deitch's clearance towards the right. There's Liam Kennedy to control. Up line for Musa. And Luke Barlone tripped by Ryan Nadine. Free kick to Coventry United. We're taking just inside United's half. The Red and Greens trying to push as many players forward as they can to ensure they have the best opportunity at scoring and finding the equaliser. It will be Rob Prinzel to stick one towards that penalty area. 5 minutes gone. United behind by 1-0. How long will it last? It's over the head of Layton. And Bejnut fires one. Well, whether it was a cross or a shot, it's not entirely successful as it goes all the way out of play for a throw on the right-hand side. A busy few days here on CUTV. So our third match in 3 days. And we're back at it on Wednesday as well at home to Hormond. McQuanjay tries to nod it away from danger. Overhead kick by O'Connell. There's Prinzel to get his bonce on it, and Chris Cox finishes the job. Kyle Carey runs onto it. Overlap being made by Frankie Bejnut, but Carey's avenue of approach was cut off. Cox will find McQuanjay. Quick close down on that left flank, and he's lost out to the number 7, John King. McQuanjay wins it back, and Gift Musa quickly charged down by Marcus Tudguy. Tries to roll it through for King, under hit. And McQuanjay again runs into Tudguy, who wins the throw-in. The EFL journeyman leading by example. He's got the captain's armband this evening. Really has been South Normanton's last hope the majority of the season. It looked for a while as if South Normanton were dead and buried and they would not be a Premier Division club next season, but Tudguy has been sure that they have the best possible chance of survival, but he can't find his way into the penalty area. Luke Barlow keeps the ball alive for Coventry United, takes it away from the foot of Dave Lee. Appeals from South Normanton, ignored by the referee. Now it's Liam Kelly breaking down the right hand side. One-on-one against the goal scorer O'Connell, but to his credit Kennedy is still going. Cross is towards Frankie Bejnut, just out of reach. There's Ryan Palmer to pick up the pieces, tries to get the second ball in. Lost it towards Gift Musa in a more central location outside the penalty area. And the slide, Musa is dispossessed and drags King to the ground in frustration, tugs on the arm and sends number 7 I should say, to the deck. United's first meaningful attack nearly garnered an opportunity, but just out of reach of the head of Frankie Bejnut. Curtis Hall with the clearance, one in the air by Giovanni Green. Musa, it's stabbed clear by Dave Lee, but only to the feet of Rob Prinzel, driven ball to Barlow, and poor control from the former Barwell striker, making his second appearance after a lengthy suspension. Here's Jamie Turner on the left flank. King wants it on the right, but it's now with Marcus Tudgay. Through ball for O'Connell, and a great slide tackle by Giovanni Green. So out of touch for a throw-in on the left-hand side, but it is level with the United penalty area. Strong start from the Shiners. There's the throw to O'Connell. Lee down line, Dave Lee dispossessed by Kennedy. Carey couldn't get there in time. He's able to shield the ball from the South Normanton man, and Rob Prinzel will sprint away. Dinks it forward to Palmer, space on the right-hand side for Liam Kennedy, rolls it out to his under-21s teammate. Kennedy tries the return ball to Palmer, but Strajewski makes sure that it doesn't come back. He sends it towards Butts Park, from which the Butts Park Arena gets its name. The pitch at the BPA is a little torn up and a little dry this evening. The United players saying that they would have liked a little bit of rain. It comes to something when the players want rain. Rain's been the main cause of the issues, the reason that we've got such a backlogged fixture list. Musa. Ball snatched by Jack Tyson. Tyson thought that he'd got the throw, not to be. United will have the opportunity to send it towards that penalty area. Giovanni Green with ball in hand. He's got Musa, Barlow and Kennedy there. Kennedy takes a touch in towards Frankie Beja, tries to bring it down, but it bounces away from the young winger and into the grateful grasp of Curtis Hall. Hall bounces the ball and gets set to boost it clear. It wasn't a weekend to savour for the Red and Green Army, with United drawing 1-1 away at Horman in a controversial match at the Shrewsbury Sports Village. Coventry United ladies going down to a 3-0 defeat against Charlton Athletic with 2 goals and an assist from Kit Graham. Can the Red and Greens set things right tonight? They haven't started particularly well, with Terry Anderson's men already down by 1-0 thanks to an early strike by Kieran O'Connell, following a back heel into the box by Marcus Tudgay. A throw-in levelled the penalty area. Leighton's throw is stabbed away by Frankie Beja. South Normanton corner is the decision. United keeping 3 players back. South Normanton keeping 3 players around the halfway line as well. South Normanton trying to crowd the goalkeeper Tom Deitch. It's towards Tudgay at the near post, flies over Tudgay's head. Giovanni Green stops the ball's momentum, and it's cleared well. Now the Red and Greens look to start the counter, kept in on the near side by Ryan Palmer, tries the through ball. It's easy pickings though for the South Normanton defender. Beja closes him down, but it's cleared as far as Marcus Tudgay. And a foul against Tudgay. Looks like he was backing into Ryan McQuanjay. So towards the left-hand side, halfway into United territory, Cox takes a short free kick towards Rob Prinzel on the right. Prinzel into the centre circle. He's got Marcus Tudgay breathing down his neck, but distributes it to Kyle Carey. Now out wide with Giovanni Green. Rolls into South Normanton territory. United yet to register a relatively dangerous shot on target. Cox in the centre circle. Hoofs it towards the left-hand side. Chested down well by Frankie Beja. Okay, take on Leighton. He rolls it down line to Ryan McQuanjay. Now it's back in United territory with Chris Cox. Heavy first touch, but he'll bring it under control. Cox swipes it away from Tudgay and will find Prinzel, his centre-back partner. Green, back to Prinzel. United's approach blocked off on the right wing. We have to try the left instead. A nice through pass to give Musa, who's hacked down by Jamie Turner on the halfway line. Free kick Coventry United. So 12 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena, but South Normanton needed just 2 to go in front. The opening goal here at Butts Park Arena scored by Kieran O'Connell. Scored Coventry United 0, South Normanton 1. Prinzel looks to have an impact on the scoreline. It was driven towards the head of Luke Barlow, but caught by Curtis Hall between the 6 for the Shiners. Tom Leighton's men trying to get themselves bit of retribution following that 3-0 defeat at home to United a few weeks ago. It was a defeat that seemed to spur the Shiners on. They haven't lost since then. The ball flies over Cox's head and into the hands of Tom Deitch. A lot of these players will be playing for their Coventry United careers. Terry Hansen set to make a number of changes during the summer to ensure United have the best possible opportunity of a proper title challenge. It started so well this season for the Red and Greens, but it just seemed to tail off towards November. Makwanje gets stuck in there with John King, but it is South Normanton who come away with it. Tudgay's pass is intercepted by the number 11, Frankie Beijnet. But Ryan Makwanje just drew a hold on the shirt of John King. So a free kick just in front of the CUTV camera. Now 5 yards into United's half on the right-hand side. To take it, it will be Tommy Layton. In towards that penalty area, leaping header by Rob Prinzel. Gentleman tried to keep it alive. Now United will sprint clear. Barlow down the left. Here's Frankie Beijnet. Takes on Layton. He's got a couple of options in that penalty area. Beijnet continues his run, and it cannons off the leg of Kane Jennyman and rolls towards Curtis Hall, who was there to pick it up. United's best attack of the game, but still not enough to test the man in the middle of that South Normanton goal. Goal kick onto the head of Giovanni Green, deep into United territory, but it will be picked up by South Normanton left back Dave Lee. O'Connell nods it towards Jack Tyson. There's Prinzel to volley away first. Luke Barlow wins a header in the midfield, but is taken down and seems hurt after a bit of a collision with Ryan Nadine. South Normanton will continue. O'Connell's low cross. One opportunity for the Shiners to add a second to their collection. It's Jack Tyson. Couldn't get a clean shot at goal. And it's now on the left-hand side with O'Connell again. Lee making the run forward. Dave Lee in a red and green box there, and is forced to try a hasty pass to return it to O'Connell. It doesn't work out, and it will be a United throw, but United quickly closed down by their opposition. 15 minutes gone, and it remains Coventry United 0, South Normanton 1. Driven long ball, one in the air by Kane Jellyman. Turner out wide with Lee. The long ball attempt by Strajewski cannons off the face of Liam Kennedy. Palmer chips it into the penalty, into the centre circle. Free kick against Coventry United. Ryan Palmer battling with Tommy Layton. The referee feeling that it was the Coventry United man who did the fouling. The referee gives the free kick to the visitors. The midway point into the Shiners half. Hall lobs it towards the left-hand side of the box, just about kept in by Marcus Tudgay, and it goes into touch via the leg of Rob Prinzel. Everything seems to be falling for South Normanton Athletics so far. They've got the early goal, they're having some good opportunities to find a second, and they'll get another one with the goal scorer O'Connell taking it from the left-hand side. And just like last time, Tudgay at the near post, with Jack Tyson trying to snuff out the goalkeeper. It's towards the near post. This time Kyle Carey is ready for it, and he fires it clear of the United penalty area into touch towards the control room on the far end of the ground. So a throw taken by Dave Lee, who's going to have to jump the advertising boards to go and get the ball. In fact, he's going to take the scenic route and go around the boards. South Normanton, number 6 Ryan Nadine, make sure that his boots are tied. His city mate Dave Lee will fire it towards Tudgay's head. Tudgay. Turner finds O'Connell. Scuffed effort. I think it may well have taken a touch off Gift Musa, but it is picked up by Tom Deitch for Coventry United in goal. Not an awful lot he could have done with O'Connell's opening efforts. Deitch giving instructions to his teammates as he prepares to distribute the ball towards the right-hand side of the pitch. Kennedy jumped too early, but Lee's header goes towards his left and over the white line for a throw. Not the start that Coventry United wanted. It's the one they've got, and it's the one that they've got to battle back from. Giovanni Green with the throw to the feet of Liam Kennedy. Back to Green. His pass is cut out by Nadine. Well, Green actually scored on a pre-season match for Coventry United against Redditch back in July. And some United fans were a bit bemused as to why he wasn't signed up. Jeff Woodward and Brad Jones received contracts instead. Tudgay gets it away. O'Connell makes the run, but he will be beaten to the ball by Chris Cox. Plastic clears the Coventry United captain, playing at centre-back this evening. Barlow wins the header, but straight onto the boot of Jamie Turner. Jack Tyson was offside and couldn't touch it. Deitch rolls it out to Rob Prinzel, who strides forward unopposed, and he'll keep on striding. Prinzel towards the right-hand side. It will be kept in by Gio Green. Musa tries to spin away from Tyson. Now takes on Turner and gets past Turner. Great run this by Gift Musa. It's behind Ryan Makwanje, but the left back will keep it in. Up line to Frankie Beja, down line to Makwanje again. Barlow on the edge of the area, but that's with Musa. Carey. South Normanton doing well to block Coventry United's path, but maybe a long ball from Prinzel will do the trick. It's chipped towards Barlow. Barlow brings it down. Pressure from Strojewski behind, and Strojewski at the second attempt wraps his leg around the leg of Barlow and takes it away. The run from John King is stopped in its tracks by Gift Musa. Flicked on by Marcus Tudgay, the pass by Nadine, out of reach. Jack Tyson will be a throw-in for Coventry United on this near side. Quanje, a short one to Chris Cox, punts it away from danger. Can anyone win the header? Yes, they can, but it's a white shirt. It's Mark Strojewski. Nadine. Tudgay tries to play the 1-2 with O'Connell. Doesn't reach it, but Makwanje can only find King. King sprints into the area and it charges Cox right in the chest. That looked like it hurt. It certainly winded Prinzel. Here's Tudgay. They're going to get the cross in as Prinzel was still down. South Normanton playing on, and Prinzel was back on his knees, but Chris Cox has put it into touch. South Normanton saying that they wanted to go for the second goal. You can't really blame them, but Cox quite clearly is in need of some attention as the ball was smacked into his chest with some force. He's back on his feet. I think it was just the case of Prinzel being winded. You would expect South Normanton to give the ball back to Coventry United. It is the sporting thing to do. 20 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. Here's Coventry United 0, South Normanton after less than 1. It would be a crucial point for the Shiners. Anything they can get would put them in good stead. They're currently 5 points above Shawbury, with Hormond and Roster currently in the bottom 3. Long ball from the back causes some problems for Lee, who has to head it back towards his goalkeeper Curtis Hall. Hall makes the gather. Defence. Hall had a pretty good game against Coventry United. He was unlucky to concede 3 goals. Ball flies over Tudgay's head, and a foul against Tudgay anyway, as he was jostling for position with Rob Prinzel. So halfway into United's territory, they will have a free kick. They haven't really pressed forward for the last 10 minutes. Prinzel drives it down the left-hand side over the head of Luke Barlow and nodded towards Turner. That's John King racing down the right, taking on Ryan Makwanje. Tries the through ball to Marcus Tudgay. It's a battle against the 2 captains. And Chris Cox gets his body between the ball and Tudgay and shepherds it into touch for the goal kick. United next in action in just 2 days' time at the Butts Park Arena as the Red and Greens host, God help us, Hormond. Let's hope it's a slightly calmer encounter than it was on Saturday. Kevin Thornton won't be involved. It's Thornton's last game of the season today. He's having a well-earned break before the start of next season. We'll be having an interview with Thornton, and we hope Marcus Tudgay as well, as one of the United players. I think I think it might be Luke Barlow who's gone down. It is Barlow. Seemed to get a blow to the back of the head as he jumped to try and claim the ball. Referee didn't give the foul. And Barlow is back on his feet. It was a short debut for Barlow last month. as United came from a very dangerous position. They were 1-1 and had just 9 men. And they came back to win that match. McDonald and Barlow sent off that day. Well, Giovanni Green was hoping to take a throw for Coventry United. For some reason, it's been given the other way. The throw from the South Normanton man straight to Deitch. So it was a bit of a nothing move anyway. Prinzel lofts it forward towards Barlow. Barlow will jump, brings it down. Palmer couldn't get to the seconds. Nadine, and cleared by Leighton. Here's long ball met in the air by Chris Cox deep into United territory. Stojewski sends it back where it came from. Here's Gio Green on the ball for Coventry United at right back, his first appearance of the season. Carey tries to flick it past Nadine, couldn't find his way past the number 6. Prinzel curls it towards the left with Mkwanje, quickly closed down by King, stabs it towards Beige. The great pressure from John King. Mkwanje didn't know what to do, and that indecision brought on by that pressure gives South Normanton the chance to push on again. Tyson, can he go and get a second for South Normanton? Charged down by Ryan Mkwanje, a handball claims, but it seemed to have hit Mkwanje in the chest. And it's into touch for the corner kick. But a fantastic start by South Normanton. You wouldn't think by looking at them, but they are a bottom 4 side. So to take the corner from the left-hand side will be John King. South Normanton not sacking that penalty area, just the 4 players in there, including Tyson, Tudgay, Stojewski and Jellyman. Deitch comes out and catches it before Tudgay can nod it towards the net. Good goalkeeping from the 21-year-old sign from Tamworth. Prinzel his wits about him as the ball was closed down. Tries to send it forward for Ryan Palmer, but the ball out of reach and gathered by Hall. Well, I'm not sure what's happening with that number 6 shirt of Ryan Nadeem. It looks like the number's leaking. It looks to me as if that number 6 is drawn on with pen. Anyhow, it's headed forward by Turner. And the head by Jack Tyson. Harmless and straight into the grateful grasp of Tom Deitch. 25 minutes gone, remains at Coventry United 0, South Normanton 1. Goal scored in the 2nd minute by Kieran O'Connell. United trying to put that right with a surging run from Gift Musa, and Barlow's free on the right hand side. He's got options in the penalty area. United will concede a corner. Barlow's cross was blocked by, I believe it was Dave Lee who made the block, but it bounced off the shin of Barlow on the way out. Barlow thought it took another touch off the South Normanton man. Hall places the ball on the edge of his 6-yard box. It's a highly desirable situation for the Shiners. Can they maintain their advantage? They are doing it at the minute, they're doing so pretty comfortably as well. Marcus Tudgay wins the ball in the air from Rob Prinzel, but Gio Green brings it down. Through pass to Rob Prinzel. He runs into Tyson. Tyson threads it through for Marcus Tudgay, but Cox got there first and lifts it down the left to Frankie Beige. Cox wants it back. He's quickly closed down by King. And a blatant shirt pull from the number 4 who is not happy about the foul being given. It's a free kick towards the left touchline halfway into United's half. We'll be going off air at half time to swap over the batteries on the laptop. You can use the same live stream here on CUTV for the second half. You just won't hear anything for around 10 minutes on the stream. Barlow wins the header and dinks it over to the defender to Frankie Beijnet. Can Beijnet get the cross in low towards Barlow? Barlow in search of his first Coventry United goal. covered by Strajewski. He's got Carey down line. Here is Kyle Carey, lets it run. United looking to reset and try again. Musa. High, long ball towards the right to Gio Green and brought down well by the fullback. Takes it a little bit too far, and Tyson able to take it away, but a combination of Green and Musa. Looked to be a bit of a shirt pull there by Green, but that combination has taken the ball away from the South Normanton number 10. Prinzel back to Green, closed down quickly by O'Connell. All the way back to Deitch. Pressure from Marcus Tudgay, and that pressure may have got to Deitch. It's into the air for O'Connell. Out comes Deitch. He wasn't needed. It's a great slide challenge by Chris Cox. And it will be another corner kick for South Normanton, piling on the pressure, the Shiners. At the moment, it's United look like the relegation threatened team. And of course, United with not an awful lot to fight for. They're not going up, they're not going down. The main ambition is just to finish as strongly as possible, which they were doing for a while. I think they had about a 7-game winning run. And since a defeat in a, quote, home game at Boldmere against Loughborough, things have not gone right since then. It may get even worse with this corner. Barlow flicks it away with the back of his head. And now Gio Green looks to get United going down the left. He wants some support, drives it forward to Kyle Carey, who can't bring it to feet. Strajewski leaves it for Lee. Now striding towards that penalty area is King, but he runs into Prinzel. Carey takes it past King. Carey hits Musa in the heel, but he's able to bring it under control. It's a great run from Musa. Still going gift Musa. And Musa into the box and nodded away by Jellyman, but back into danger by Lee. Just out of reach from Musa as Jamie Turner will sprint away with the ball, but his pass is wayward and picked up again by Gio Green. Musa. A stab away by Jamie Turner. Long ball towards Tudgay, chested down by Chris Cox. And now United with the ball to feet in their own backyard. But what can they do with it? Makwanje, driven ball straight onto the head of Nadine, the number 6. Now back with King on the right. Pressure from behind by Makwanje. Seemed to have the arm there of the South Normanton number 7. Strajewski calls for an option. Forward to Tudgay, flicked onto O'Connell, and there's space for Tyson. It rolls over the head of Tyson. It's Tyson to double the advantage, and a good save down low by Tom Deitch. United wanted offside, they didn't get it. But the shot from Tyson wasn't all that the striker hoped it would be. But Deitch had to be on his toes to keep it out. We've had half an hour at the Butts Park Arena in tonight's Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. It's Coventry United 0, South Normanton Athletic 1. The goal in the 2nd minute from Kieran O'Connell for a back heel from Marcus Tudgay. And Tudgay snatches it from Gio Green and strides towards the box. A long-range effort will not be troubling Tom Deitch. Again, we're taking a short break at half-time in about 15 minutes. We can get exclusive highlights of today's game via CUTV on YouTube tomorrow morning. That's youtube.com/Coventry United TV. You can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it to ensure you get a notification of when the video goes online. You won't get these highlights anywhere else, so make sure to subscribe to CUTV. There's a foul against Luke Barlow for a bit of pulling on O'Connell just inside United territory on the left flank. Lee looking to send it towards that red and green penalty area. Lee towards the edge of the box. Up jumps Chris Cox. And his header is controlled by Brian Palmer. Barlow, lofted pass. Bejdet is the intended target. Bejdet jumped too early. But Leighton's header towards Lee puts South Normanton under some real pressure. Nadine nods it towards the halfway line. Over the halfway line, over the white line as well, and it will be a throw-in to Coventry United. 1-2 between Green and Prinzel. Green closed down, will get the ball away. It's up by Strajewski. Up jumps the number 7 Coventry, Kyle Carey, but Nadine gets his body in the way. There's Chris Costa to keep it alive. A crucial slide by Turner to get it away from the Coventry United captain. Now John King gets moving down the right, closed down by Beishnett. He's got Makwanje covering him off as well. In goes Beishnett, cracking tackle. It will be a throw. Well, we can't hear any cheers in the main stand, so it isn't. Kane's going in the drinks kitty for the presentation night. By the way, you can get your tickets for the Coventry United Awards night online. The event will be hosted by yours truly, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cooks. That's another reason to go, or a reason not to go, depending on how you look at it. King tries to cut in, covered up by Beishnett, but retains the ball. Leighton to the chest of Marcus Tudguy, chests it down, but it's offside anyway. It looked marginal. So on the edge of his own penalty area, Tom Deitch will clear. Well, it's not exactly clear, he just rolls it to the right with Rob Prinzel. United try to build from the back. A few runs being made forward. Prinzel tries to find one. Luke Barlow nods it up and tries to get on the seconds. He does, and there's Beishnett with some space. Frankie Beishnett lobs it towards the right and into touch for a corner via the head of Dave Lee, and he had to do something as Liam Kennedy was lurking behind him, ready to snatch that loose ball and fire it towards the goal. In by Kennedy, and flicked away with the back of the head of Lee. King caught in possession and forced down by Ryan Makwanje, and a free kick will bring an end to that spell of Coventry United pressure. 35 minutes gone, it remains Coventry United 0, South Normanton 1. Tommy Leighton with the ball at his feet, he'll blast it away. There it goes from Leighton towards the head of Marcus Tudguy. Tudguy nods it on, but Tyson couldn't get onto it. There's Deitch to gather the ball and roll it to the feet of Prinzel, and United will go again. Prinzel is blocked off and has to give it back to Deitch. He was hoping to find Makwanje, but saw that Tudguy was going to cover him off. So Deitch all out of options in terms of players close to him. But that option is flicked on by Palmer, and Kennedy takes it past Lee. It's Liam Kennedy, but at the last moment there is Kane Jellyman. Clearance nodded on by Tyson. Tyson gets his head on it and tries to get on the second ball. It's out of range, and a throw-in will be the result on the right flank for Coventry United, right in the corner. And Prinzel will give it to Deitch, whose hasty pass catches Makwanje unawares, and United in real trouble now, and a swing and a miss by Tom Deitch. And he was lucky because Tyson wasn't expecting it. United in disarray at the minute. That danger has subsided with United retaining possession somehow. Long ball headed away. The resulting header by Jellyman was towards the number 8 Jamie Turner, but in goes Carey from behind to barge the midfielder to the ground. So right on the halfway line, in the centre circle, Kane Jellyman will stand over it. In fact, it will leave it for Tommy Leighton. Leighton lobs it towards the box, and not in by Strejewski, caught well the near post by Deitch. He wasn't letting that one go. The former Tamworth man pushing his players up, looking to gain some yards with this kick. He'll roll it to his own feet and fire it away on the deck. Beishnett loses out in the air. Musa able to outsmart Tyson and get the ball back for United, all the way back to Deitch again. United They're going back to square one a little too frequently. Makwanje, wayward ball, and picked up by Jamie Turner. Side steps away from Carey as he was trying to find King. I don't think King's expecting the ball down the right flank. It was a bit too far for him anyway, so even if he did make the run, I don't think he would have caught it. I think Mo Farah would have had a problem catching that one. Cox strides forward unopposed and launches it away from the Coventry penalty area. Sent forward again by Turner, and Chris Cox goes straight to the back of Tudgai. Referee says no foul. It bounces away from Musa. Musa to Rob Frinzel, who ends the danger with a long boot down the right. Bejnet, bit of a shove in the back by Lee, takes Bejnet unawares. It's picked up by his opposite number 11, O'Connell. Strejewski, now Lee again, twists and turns away from Frankie Bejnet. Forward by O'Connell. Here's Tyson. Lee looking to find O'Connell, who again was unmarked. But luckily the ball cut out by Rob Prinzel. Musa to Prinzel. Prinzel out wide with Gio Green. United still well into their own half. Up line towards Frankie Bejnet, jostling with Dave Lee for the ball. Lee will concede the throw. Green taking it a few yards too far up. Referee calls him back, and the throw is eventually taken to Prinzel. Lofted ball towards Kennedy, who swapped wings. Leighton nods it up rather than out. Strejewski wins it in the air and volleyed away by Nadine. King. In goes Kyle Carey, but King takes it around him and now takes on Ryan Makwanje. He's got Tudgay on the left-hand side, but he'll find O'Connell instead, the scorer of the first and so far only goal. It's Kieran O'Connell, and offside as Marcus Tudgay rolls it into the net. The cross from the left-hand side by, I believe that was John King, who put it on a plate for the former Nottingham Forest and Derby striker. But the whistle had already blown, and Tudgay's goal, easy as it was, will not be counted. So with just 5 minutes to go until the break here on CUTV, we'll be taking a break ourselves from the coverage. The microphone will be going silent for around 10 minutes, but you can use the same live stream for the second half as Frankie Bejnet shoves Lee to the ground. Terence not happy as another infringement for a South Normanton player was not picked up by the referee, well, not punished at least. A busy old week here on CUTV. Of course, on Wednesday it's United versus Hormond at the Butts Park Arena. In action again on Saturday. Of course, on Sunday, Coventry United ladies had their final away match of the season away at Chichester. Lee into the box and a scream from Tom Dodge shouting keeper's ball. I don't think anyone was going to argue with him. Deitch fires it away as we head towards the half-time break. Bejnet chests it towards Gio Green. Green will just about keep it in, but it's closed down by O'Connell. Down line to Rob Prinzel. The United back line has been under tremendous pressure during this first half. Jellyman's clearance only finds Luke Barlone. Still in search of his first red and green's goal after his move from Highgate. Green, up line to Bejnet. He's being held by Lee. Referee's assistant on the far side gives the free kick against Dave Lee. Well, Bejnet wants further action. The referee's going to have a quick chat with one of these South London players. It's O'Connell, so it's not the player in question. It was Lee who committed the foul. But O'Connell will take his place in the wall alongside Jack Tyson as this free kick will be sent in by the right boot of Kyle Carey. This sensational run gave Brian Palmer the opportunity to score on Saturday against Hormond. Can he set up another goal on this Monday night at the Butts Park Arena? Carey in, and it goes past everyone. Prinzel was the closest to it, but no one could get a touch on that ball, and it will go out of play for a throw on this near side to South Normanton. The throw is won in the air by Chris Cox. There's Palmer. Shields it from Nadine. Dean able to find his teammate Leighton. His clearance is a little bit more effective. Gio Green on the ball for Coventry United. Green all the way back to Deitch. A hasty clearance from the former England youth international. Will find Carey, but as he tries to find his way past the Dean, it's picked up by Turner, who lost it to the right-hand side. Here's John King. Good control, keeps it away from McQuanjay. Down line to Leighton. Leighton lobs it towards that penalty area. Out comes Tom Deitch, and he grabs that ball in the air. Another South Normanton move comes to end, but those attacking moves are coming far too frequently for Coventry United's liking. Prinzel looks to drive it forward, but it's won in the air by Dave Lee. His header will not find its intended target, Kieran O'Connor. And O'Connor will let it go out of play for a throw-in. On the far side, it will be United's right. Just 1 minute of normal time to go. Referee checking the watch. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of added minutes. Aside from the goal, there hasn't really been many stoppages of play, apart from a couple of throws. And they probably take about 3 seconds each. United will not have many more opportunities to back themselves an equaliser before the break. Well, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall of the Coventry United dressing room to hear what Terry Anson will say during his half-time team talk? It may be changed if Coventry United can find themselves an equaliser before that half-time whistle, but they won't do a passing like that. Prinzel trying to find Gio Green, as it was a little too long for the fullback. Dave Lee with ball in hand, ready to hoof the ball up line. There it goes from the South Normanton fullback. Nodded on, here's O'Connell, flicks it off a third guy, brought down to earth by McQuanjay, and just about to clear it before O'Connell can get his mitts on it. Barlow was caught. Barlow got his leg towards the ball, but it was taken out by Turner, and Barlow is back on his feet now. Play continued as United had to defend another South Normanton attack. McQuanjay able to get his clearance out of play via the body of John King. That is normal time over. We're into added minutes now. It'll probably only be a minute or so as the ref checks on the condition of Luke Barlow. No attention from the physio needed. We saw far too much action from the medical staff on Sunday with numerous injuries, including a rather nasty injury to the nose of Ali Hall. Thankfully, the medical staff have had a relatively quiet night. Third guy, back to the feet of Leighton. Chip pass into the area, and out comes Deitch to grab it away from the head of Kieran O'Connell. He started the first half with a goal. He's looking to end the first half with a goal. Green looks for the run of Frankie Page. He's held up by Dave Lee. That's taking a touch off Lee, has it? It has indeed. It's a corner kick. Final chance for United before the break. Can they take it? Tom Deitch barking instructions from his position halfway into United territory. United will keep a couple of players back for security, but the rest are in that penalty area. Up jumps Prinzel. United won't have the chance to get onto the second ball. Half-time whistle blows with the score at Coventry United 0, South Normanton Athletic 1. A second-minute goal by O'Connell is enough to give the Shiners what would be a big win at the minute, but there's still another 45 minutes of action coming your way here on CUTV. We're taking a short break before we get into the second half. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, go on then. Well, that was an interesting intro, wasn't it? Welcome back to live coverage of the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Coventry United and South Normanton Athletic. Half-time score, Coventry 0, South Normanton 1. Second-minute goal from Kieran O'Connell. The difference between the two sides as we get things rolling in the second period of 45 minutes at the Butts Park Arena. And not the best of starts for Coventry United. The ball down the right-hand side towards Frankie Beja. Drifts into touch. See through the starting lines for both sides as we get the second half underway for Coventry United. Number 1, Tom Deitch. Number 2, Giovanni Green. Number 3, Ryan McQuanje. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5 is Rob Prinzel. Number 6, Chris Cox. Number 7, Kyle Carey. Number 8, Liam Kennedy. 9, Luke Barlow. 10, Ryan Palmer. 11, Frankie Beijnitz. For South Normanton, number 1, Curtis Hall. 2, Tommy Layton. 3, Dave Lee. 4, Kane Jellyman. 5, Mark Strajewski. 6, Ryan Nadine. 7, John King. 8, Jamie Turner. 9, Marcus Tudguy. 10, Jack Tyson. 11, Kieran O'Connell. And onto the post with Coventry United starting the second half in brilliant style. The ball cannoning off the woodwork an inch to the right, and it would have been a carbon copy of the start of the first half. The South Normanton taking the lead in just the second minute. And in again, cleared again, this time by Strajewski. What a start for Coventry United. Certainly caught this commentator unawares. United wanting to play a short one. In fact, it will be left. Kyle Carey to stick it into the box. Who's there? It's towards the far post, nodded up and out by Marcus Tudguy. But Turner concedes the throw, level with the penalty area. And United's Gio Green will take it. Movement from Frankie Beijnitz. And Luke Barlow. It's towards Barlow and flicked into touch by Marcus Tudguy, who sets up the opening goal here at the Butts Park Arena. It's another corner, this time on the right wing for the Red and Greens. Carey towards that far post, it's over Kennedy's head. Prince will race to the left to try and keep it in. He will get there as well, covered up by Nadine. Prinzel twists and turns away from the number 6, cross blocked by Nadine and one in the air. Kennedy will keep it alive for Coventry United. He's got Prinzel to his left, but Kennedy will keep on going. It's Kennedy blocked off by Layton. And the clearance made as far as Ryan McQuanje. He's quickly closed down by John King. It's all the way back to Deitch between the 6 for Coventry United. A fast and furious start in the second half for Terry Anderton's men. Looks like those words of wisdom have worked. Header won by Barlow, over the head of Kennedy and to the feet of Layton as South Normanton clear their lines again. We've seen this a couple of times in recent weeks where United have started very strongly following the break, but in those matches they haven't really capitalised on that strong start. United encasing their own final third now, but not for long because it's towards Beijnitz on the right. He just about keeps it under control. Green loses out to O'Connell, through ball for Tyson, and he won't get there in time. And you see the dust coming up from the Butts Park Arena pitch. It's the driest it's been all season, maybe a little bit too dry this time. They come to something where the players are asking for a bit of moisture on the pitch. That said, moisture has been the problem for the majority of the season. It's why we're still playing. Beijnitz finds Green from the goal kick. Barlow flicks it on, and Frankie Beja gives chase. He won't reach it though. It drifts over the white line for a South Normanton throw. United still have South Normanton locked in their own backyard. Throw up line by Dave Lee. One in the air by Tyson, but to the feet of Liam Kennedy, tries to sidestep past the number 7, King, but King was equal to it. Tommy Layton swipes it away from Liam Kennedy. Now Turner drives it towards that penalty area, out of reach for King, and Cox lets it roll into touch for the goal kick. 5 minutes gone in the second half of the Butts Park Arena. Remains Coventry United 0, South Normanton 1, but the Red and Greens on top following half time. And we hope you can join us on CUTV in 2 days' time for live coverage of Coventry United versus Ormond. That match live on CUTV, of course. Turner under pressure from behind by Ryan Palmer, just had to get the ball away, with too much pushing in the back by Palmer, result in a free kick to South Normanton Athletic. Well, South Normanton have won 3 of their last 4 games, the other being a draw at home to Corn, who themselves have had a bit of a renaissance recently. A victory today can take South Normanton 9 points clear of the drop zone and all but confirm safety. A high boot surely by Tyson. Referee says no. Tyson tried to get the ball down from that aerial position. Luckily he didn't make contact with the boot, and United boot it clear. And Lee under some serious pressure to shield it into touch. It wasn't necessary as the ball ran away from him anyway. It's a goal kick to South Normanton. It's a bit of a youthful squad, shall we say, tonight. Some would call it a bit of a bare bones squad. United literally with every player they can find in the starting lineup. Terry Hansen sending his notes for the Spinks match. If you've got a pair of boots, you're playing. The United players who are wearing the red and green shirt today are trying their best, but it is South Normanton in the lead as the Sharks try and extend their advantage. Here's John King taking on the young left back Ryan McQuanjay. It's still King, and the cross in towards O'Connell into the roof of the net. And Kieran O'Connell with a double at the Butts Park Arena, and that double could seal safety for the Shiners. The win tonight could take them 9 points clear of Shawbury United. And you can't say that South Normanton haven't deserved it. Surprising scoreline here on CUTV. Coventry United 0, South Normanton 2. Well, there was some slight hope that if United won all their games in hand, there'd be a couple of points behind Kozel in the battle to go up in the top 2 in the automatic promotion places in the Premier Division. That dream seems a long way away now. United seem to be heading for a 5th match without a victory. As the ball bounces away from Kennedy and into touch for a goal kick to South Normanton. Curtis Hall, who has barely been tested throughout the entirety of tonight's match, placed the ball and booted it clear. O'Connell's goal surely putting the game in South Normanton's back pocket. Can United try and dig it out? Kick towards Tudguy. Tudguy wins the header. And Tyson sends it out wide for John King, who sets up that second goal for O'Connell. This time it's blocked up by Chris Cox, and Cox's clearance will be picked up in the midfield. Well, it would have been by Strahevsky. He let it go. But Barlow was offside, with the referee's assistant feeling that he interfered with play. He didn't touch the ball, he left it so that Lee could pick it up for South Normanton, but the end result's the same. And South Normanton had possession, but it will be with a free kick. So Mark Strahevsky with the ball to his feet. Supporters here, the Butts Park Arena, not happy with the positioning of that free kick. It's only a couple of yards, but it's headed away by Ryan McQuanjay out for a throw in to South Normanton. We've had 10 minutes in the second half here on CUTV at the Butts Park Arena, and It is now Coventry United 0, South Normanton Athletic 2. A second goal headed home by Kieran O'Connell. Lofted ball towards the box and nodded clear by Rob Prinzel, but there's Turner to win it back. Fired away by Musa this time. Bit of head tennis going on here as Jellyman gets another touch on it. But South Normanton bring it down as Tyson is brought to his feet by Ryan Makwanje. And United have given away another foul. Well, the Red and Greens were unlucky not to take high all 3 points from Hormond on Saturday. Luck doesn't come into it tonight. South Normanton have been by far the better team, and like we said, United have been starting second half strongly recently, but they just haven't been able to capitalise. It's the same tonight. They came out for the second half looking fired up, ready for a fight, and again South Normanton have pegged them back and doubled their advantage, just like what happened at Quorn against Loughborough as well. Leighton's free kick headed down by Rob Prinzel, but no one there to pick it up except for Frankie Bejnet for the Red and Greens. Hoofs it forward. Lee can only find Luke Barlow, who's covered up by Turner, and Turner has to sub it into touch. There's a couple of United substitutes preparing down the touchline, including Tom James, the veteran left back. Brad Jones on the bench as well. Palmer flicks off the boot of Gio Green on the right touchline. And doesn't that just sum up Coventry United's day? Exclusive CUTV highlights will be available tonight. So tomorrow morning, I should say. They'll be done tonight, but they'll be released in the morning. So make sure to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and the notification bell as well to make sure you are updated when the video goes online. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button below the video if you are enjoying today's match. There's a little thumbs up button below the video. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to us on YouTube, more exclusive content from both the first team and the ladies team. Of course, you get us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. That's at CovUnitedTV on Twitter. In touch for a throw-in on the right-hand side as Makwanje beat John King to the ball. And another match ball will be needed, and Luke Maudsley with a volley, which was a little bit off the mark. I'm sure you won't mind me saying. Throw up line by Leighton to the feet of Marcus Tudgay. He bounces it down but couldn't bring it under control. Chris Cox dispossessed by Leighton, and Leighton sends it out for a throw in to Coventry United. The referee having a quick word with his assistant to make sure that he's got the decision right. Ensures that he has. We've got a FA adjudicator sitting next to us, so I think he's got to make sure he has a good game. Throw flies over the head of Barlow. Leighton turns and volleys it away, chested down by Marcus Tudgay into the path of Kyle Carey for Coventry United. Carey trying his best to keep it away from Tudgay, and he has done. Now with Gift Musa, run into the penalty area by Bejnet, but Musa's ball was intercepted by Dave Lee. South Normanton can't quite get it clear. United still knocking on that back door. Prinzel towards Barlow in the penalty area. Barlow gets his head on it, so it's brought down for Bejnet, over Bejnet's head, but he'll flick it up and turn around to volley it clear just before Kyle Carey could do anything about it. Tudgay nods it on for Tyson, takes it past Prinzel in the space on the right for King. And he's sandwiched between Prinzel and Musa. And going down for the free kick. Well, Brad Jones is going for a jog as Tom James gone back for one. There's one member of the subs that we haven't seen on the team sheet. Tudgay nods it over the white line for a goal kick. Initially we were told there was only 4 substitutes on the bench, but Liam Cairns is on the bench for Coventry United. He's not on the team sheet, but United, I believe, are going to make 2 changes here, with Brad Jones and Tom James both getting ready to come on. Baishnet puts Kennedy through. It's Liam Kennedy. It's Palmer, in fact, and he rolls it into the hands of Hall. It looked like Kennedy from where I'm standing. I do apologise to Ryan Palmer. At the through ball to the path of Palmer into the penalty area, rolls it into the vicinity of Curtis Hall. Well, Brad Jones is going to be the first Coventry United substitute. I think Tom James will be coming on shortly as well. His arrival will not come just yet. Tudgay muscles out Green. The pass is picked up by Ryan Palmer. Estraescu to bring it back to South Normanton. Turner. Jellyman up line. Tyson nods it towards O'Connell, and that high boot from Prinzel doing its job and taking it away from the head of the South Normanton man. And the through ball by Kennedy towards Baishnet rolls out of the attacker's reach. Half an hour of play remaining here at the Butts Park Arena in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Score is Coventry United 0, South Normanton Athletic 2. Both goals coming from Kieran O'Connell. And indeed, it is going to be Tom James and Brad Jones coming on, so we could see both Gio Green and Ryan McQuan-J replaced. The reason that we didn't see these 2 experienced fullback start is because they're not quite fit. Musa was jockeying for position with Tyson. The referee has given a free kick in United's favour inside the centre circle. Prinzel blasts it towards the penalty area. It's past Barlow, a free kick against Barlow. As he tried to get away from the South Normanton man, I believe that was Jellyman who was trying to force away from him. Hall ready with the free kick, a couple of yards outside his penalty area, cleared by Hall. Tudgay up there, it goes over Tudgay's head. Prinzel brings it down the edge of his penalty area and has to get it away sharpish. Gio Green caught in possession by Tudgay. Marcus Tudgay, down line. Here's O'Connell, scorer of the 2 opening goals for South Normanton. King keeps it alive and he's brought down from behind by Rob Prinzel. And we could see the first card of the match. A tangle of legs between King and Prinzel on the edge of the penalty area towards the left-hand side. As the Red and Greens prepare TJ and Brad Jones for their arrival. The referee has indeed brought out the book, and Rob Prinzel will be the first recipient of a yellow card this evening, I should say. At the Butts Park Arena, there it is, a yellow card brandished to Rob Prinzel. United will have to defend this free kick. Yards outside the Coventry United penalty area towards the left. United switches prepared to come on. Well, Rob Prinzel is the first man in the referee's little black book. Will there be further punishment from the left boot of John King? Plenty of white shirts in there to get their head on this ball. There it goes from King. Tudgay was up there and it wasn't a very crucial header by Prinzel. It would have found the veteran striker's head. But the Shiners will get themselves a corner kick on the right flank. United still holding back on these substitutions. It's pretty certain it's going to be McQuan-J and Green to come off. United, of course, do still have one change left they can make. It will either be Clark, Cairns or Thornton. As Jones and TJ prepared to come on. Corner from the right flank for South Normanton. Jellyman Raken running the penalty area, nodded towards the net by Marcus Tudgay and kept out by Dyche at the near post. Kept alive by Jellyman. There's Tudgai charged down by Musa, and the referee gives a free kick against Tudgai as he sent Musa to the ground. 25 minutes to go. We're naming our CUTV man of the match in 20 minutes. So let us know in the comment section below or via Twitter at CovUnitedTV who you think today's man of the match should be. It can be from either Coventry United or from South Normanton, as the first change is confirmed and Gio Green is replaced by Brad Jones. And Frankie Bagenitz has been replaced by Tom James. Well, it appears that Makwanje is going to shift up to his natural position of left wing. So Frankie Bagenitz replaced on the right hand side of that attacking three. Kennedy is going to swap wings. So Tom James will go in at left back with Makwanje pushing up to the left hand side of midfield, and Brad Jones a straight swap with Giovanni Green. So those changes have now been ratified and we are back underway. Header won by Strojewski. It sends the Shiners on their way. Well, Tom James getting his first meaningful impact on the game, stopping that run and lobbing it down the right hand side for Kennedy. Well, Kennedy will keep it in, but only for another second or two as it's straight out of play for a goal kick. Well, United honestly haven't troubled Curtis Hall at all in this match. He's had to make one decent save, getting down low to a tame effort from Palmer. It's not been a vintage weekend for Coventry United. In 3 games for the first team and the ladies team as well, it seems pretty likely that none of those games have ended in victory. James, out-muscled by King. King gets his body between the ball and James. And the referee calls for the free kick as South Normanton trying to send King down the right quickly with the free kick. Referee calls it back as United were not properly prepared. Leighton sends it in towards Strojewski. A half punch by Deitch, but United have got away with it as Chris Cox was forced to the ground by Strojewski during that headed attempt. Wasn't the cleanest of contact with the punch of Deitch, and it was going to fall to a South Normanton man on the edge of the penalty area, but luckily the referee's whistle was blown and that particular move comes to an end. Deitch's kick over the head of Jellyman nearly found Palmer, but there was Leighton to make the clearance out for a throw-in. And it looks like we might be seeing another player coming on as Luke Morton sits down, has a chat with Jamal Clark. Makwanje lets it run and it's brought down. United have the free kick. Ironic cheers from the Red and Green Army as Tommy Leighton tangles with Ryan Makwanje from behind. Well, a goal here would put Terry Anderson's men right back in the thick of it. Does the comeback start with this free kick? Plenty of movement in that penalty area. In it goes, headed as far as Makwanje, and a back heel by Brad Jones nearly caught out the visiting side South Normanton, but it rolls harmlessly past Hall's goal. As we hit the 70th minute here on CUTV, United still have a whole heap of work to do in order to get something from this match. It remains 2-0 to South Normanton. Hall's clearance. Cox wins the header. There's Strojewski to win the header. Nodded on by Musa this time. It falls to the feet of Rob Prinzel, who volleys it forward. Barlow nods it towards Palmer. It's out of reach of the young striker. Not the best of clearances though by Lee. Kennedy cuts in. Still going Kennedy. A bit of a shove in the back by Lee. Kennedy tries the through ball. The second time of asking it is towards Palmer, who's onside. Strojewski makes the block, and it will be a goal kick. 20 minutes of play to go here on CUTV with Liam Cook live coverage of the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Coventry United and South Normanton Athletic. It remains at Coventry 0, South Normanton 2, both goals coming from Kieran O'Connell. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button below if you are enjoying today's coverage. Tudgai's header falls short of King, but King with boot in the air. He's dispossessed by James, who sends Palmer on his way down the right flank. Palmer with the ball to feet. He's got Kennedy in support and Carey there as well. Down the right flank to Kennedy, and the cross cannons off the back of big Mark Strojewski. South Normanton keeping all but King back. Everyone apart from the number 7, John King, is in the penalty area or around the penalty area, hoping to keep Hall's clean sheet intact. Turner stabs it as far as Jellyman. Turner, and there's a run down the right-hand side. And that run was of Leighton, but he wasn't found thanks to a great interception by Gift Musa. Makwanje now playing on the left-hand side of midfield, following the instruction of Tom James. Looks to get the cross in, over the crossbar and out for the goal kick. If he had got that cross right, Cox was waiting at the far post. But Hall's clean sheet remains intact for now. If it does remain intact, then United will go a 5th match without a victory. Second longest winless run of the season. Of course, they had that 10-match winless streak in the winter. Tudgay brings it down under pressure from Prinzel. We've got a push from Prinzel, but Tudgay continues down the left-hand side from Marcus Tudgay, but Brad Jones gets it into touch via the leg of Tyson. So United have the throw. Brad Jones has to take a few yards back. We have the throw in. There it goes from Brad Jones. One in the air by Lee. Turner keeps it alive, but it's straight to the feet of Tom James, who seems to be playing at left back now, of Chris Cox pushing into midfield. Flick clear by Leighton. Quadra tries to muscle in on King. That pressure forced King to make a hurried pass to Leighton, and it allows the ball to go out of play for a throw for Coventry United. Kennedy screaming for it on the right hand side. It's in towards Chris Cox. He's onside. Chris Cox into the net. Cracking goal. He chips it over the keeper. Exquisite finish. And United are back in business. It's Coventry United 1, South Normanton 2. Chris Cox, the captain, leading by example. If the kids are United, reigns around the Butts Park Arena. United hoping to reign supreme this evening in the Premier Division, but they still have to get a couple of goals to get the 3 points. And here come the Red and Greens again. The ball bounces away from Kennedy at the crucial moment on the right hand side. So the scoreline with 15 normal minutes to go. Coventry United 1, South Normanton Athletic 2. Chris Cox with United's goal. The ball straight into touch from the throw by Dave Lee. A poor throw it was. They could allow United another opportunity here. Here's Kennedy into the area. Liam Kennedy all the way towards Hall. And Strojewski getting stuck in and giving the ball to Jellyman. South Normanton look to clear with O'Connell. Challenged from behind by Chris Cox. Palmer runs into Dave Lee. Down line to Barlow. Tries to sidestep the number 10 Tyson. Bit too much physicality there by Tyson. And the referee could be About to give a yellow card. No, he's not going to give a yellow card. It will be a free kick to Coventry United, and Brad Jones will take it. We've seen many a fine comeback from Coventry United. And who could forget that magical night in the FA of ours? United 3-0 down after around half an hour, came up to 3-3 with a last-minute goal, 2 last-minute goals in fact, only to go down by a penalty shootout. At the end of the goal that United are firing towards, Liam Kennedy receiving a little bit of treatment from the physio. It looks like cramp. United do have Kevin Thornton, Jamal Clark and Liam Cairns on the bench. Cairns wasn't initially listed as a substitute, but it looks like he has indeed been called into the squad. It will be Kevin Thornton's final match of the season as well. He's off on a well-earned break to Cape Verde following the conclusion of tonight's game. But we are told that it's pretty likely we will see him in a red and green shirt again, I should say. But we'll talk to Kev following the final whistle here on CUTV into who will be released tonight. Jones, headed away by Marcus Tudguy, doubles up as a defender. And it's into touch on this near side for a Coventry United throw, level with the penalty area. Can they make it count as Rob Prinzel comes across to hoof it towards that net? Prinzel's throw towards the near post. Barlone's up there, headed away by Tudguy. Kennedy keeps it alive. Handball against the young number 8. And Kevin Thornton, who we're told is not 100% fit, that's why he's not starting tonight, will be entering the field of play. Of course, Thornton sent off on Saturday for a straight red card for what the referee laughably decided was a professional foul. Replay showed that Thornton clearly got the ball. He'll be suspended for the next 3 matches following Saturday, but he won't be available for those matches anyway. Goal kick from Hall straight into touch for a Coventry United throw taken by Brad Jones, but here is the change of Coventry United, and Liam Kennedy is the man to come off with Kevin Thornton replacing the young midfielder. The old guard replacing the new generation. That old guard has been the difference for Coventry United in oh so many games. He's returning to the club. So Liam Kennedy replaced by Kevin Thornton. Lofted ball towards Barlow and in the air by Dave Lee of South Normanton, and now O'Connell gets to get moving down the left-hand side, caught up by Carey, but O'Connell retains it. Tudguy tries to flick it on, but O'Connell wasn't going to continue that run, and it's into the grateful grasp of Tom Deitch. United have 12 minutes of normal time to go to get something out of this match. The ball in the air is nodded into touch by Dave Lee. United have themselves a throw-in just in front of the CUTV camera, deep into South Normanton territory on the right flank. Jones will find Thornton. Now with Tom James playing at centre-back with Cox moving into midfield. Cox is in there, it's towards Barlone. Palmer's wayward ball will be picked up by Kevin Thornton. Down line to Tom James. James spots Carey on the right-hand side. Carey should just about get there, he does, but it's closed down by Dave Lee. Down line to Brad Jones, can he get the cross in? He'll find Barlow, tries to back heel through the legs of Strojewski, but the big centre-back wasn't going to be fooled by that one. And great pressure by Kyle Carey to give the throw to Coventry United, as O'Connell had nowhere to go. Thornton's throw, there's a 1-2 with Rob Prince, went back to Prince once he was closed down by Tudguy, who hasn't scored tonight, but he has had a big impact on the game, setting up the first goal for O'Connell in the second minute. Mkwanje, Cox, he's got Mkwanje to the left, but Cox will try and cut into the centre. Down line towards Tom James on the halfway line. Now Thornton dropping deep. Pass is cut out by King and lofted up into the air towards the centre circle. Nodded on by Prinzel, nodded on again by Cox. Palmer, it's over Jellyman, and he runs into the defence now. Ryan Palmer, Jellyman makes the block, and it's into touch with the corner. United certainly not giving up. They sense some points in this. And it will be Kyle Carey to whip it in from the left. All but Mkwanje and James in there. It's a short one to Kevin Thornton. Back to Carey. Still got Thornton there. Here is Kevin Thornton as Makwanje free in the centre. Thornton's ball easily cleared by Nadine. But straight back to Carey on that left flank, who sends it back into danger. And there's Gip Musa, but it's caught by Hall. Hall goes to the ground to try and waste a bit more time. You can't blame him. 10 minutes to go here on CUTV. Coventry United 1, South Normanton 2. Hall is taking his time. Eventually gets the ball under a bit of discretion from the referee. Turner sends it towards the Coventry United penalty area from the halfway mark, but there's Tom Dodge to pick it up. It's been all Coventry United for the past 15 minutes here on CUTV. The one thing you can say about United recently is that they haven't taken advantage of big spells of pressure in the last few weeks. They have to do that tonight. But Tudgay nods it across to Tyson and offside against John King on the right flank. And it looked oh so promising for the Shiners, with King having the whole goal to aim at. Free kick taken short by Prinzel. Tom James opposite forward. Luke Barlow knocked away by Lee, only as far as Chris Cox. Tries the return ball, Musa to Cox, but it's behind the captain. Leighton drives it down the right flank. James brings it down with Prinzel in the penalty area. Hoofs it away, only as far as Turner. Here come the Shiners again, looking to put the game to bed. King, and well, Sergey tried a little bit of a scorpion kick, but it hit the studs rather than the heel. And the pass down the right by Carey, hoping to find Barlow, was a little too far to the right. And it's a throw in to South Normanton, who have yet to make a change. They have only got 2 players on the bench. It's been the Kellogg's brothers. I'm not sure whether it's the ones who make cereal, but hopefully we'll find out. Up line, knocked up by Kyle Carey. Strajewski with the clearance, only as far as the boot of Tom James. It'll bounce into the vicinity of Curtis Hall in the South Normanton penalty area. Quickly distributed to Tommy Leighton. Boots it forward and nodded on by the number 10, Jack Tyson, only as far as Prinzel, who sends it back where it came from towards Barlow, but Barlow beaten in the air by Lee. Brad Jones will make sure that ball doesn't fall to the feet of Marcus Tudgay. Prinzel, deft pass to the right with Carey. Here's Jones. United seemingly switching to a back 3 now, with Makwanje pushing up the field. Prinzel with a chest control. Carey closed down by Turner. Looks for Makwanje in that penalty area. Offside, says the linesman on this near side. Makwanje tried to keep it in. He would have done as well. I'm not sure if that was the right decision. So Hall taking his sweet time about this. Player of the match will be named in a couple of minutes, so it's your final curtain call. Let us know via the comments or on Twitter at CovUnitedTV who you think it should be, and don't forget to hit the like button below the video if you are enjoying today's coverage. Leave a comment below your feedback, subscribe to us on YouTube for exclusive content, and of course you can get us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. And there's a bit of a calamity moment there as the fullback Tommy Leighton falls to the floor once the whistle was blown. I don't know whether he's trying to audition for the Coventry Amateur Dramatic Society, but I think he's just failed. Free kick brought down to earth on the edge of the penalty area by Brad Jones. Jones's clearance looking for Musa, met in the air by Strajewski. But Cox will win the header, and Dave Lee concedes the throw on this near side. Coventry United pushing and pushing for that equaliser. Terry Hansen plays ball boy and gives it to Brad Jones. Carey And Thornton pulled up. As Thornton lost out, it's now with King. Tudgay's offside. But Tyson wasn't. Look at United able to get it away. Makwanje sprints at the South Normanton back line. Pass too powerful to Cox the handle. But what was that clearance by Lee? It bounces straight out of play for a corner. Lee on the edge of his own penalty area, all the time in the world to pick out a decent pass. It skims off his boot and curls behind him for a corner. Well, that's one of the most bizarre clearances I've seen all season. Well, Palmer will leave the corner kick. With Palmer making his way towards the box, it will be Kyle Carey to send it in. And caught by Hall. He fell towards that goal line. Luckily for him, he kept the ball away. Well, it's now time to name our CUTV player of the match. And today we're going to give it to South Normanton's number 11, Kieran O'Connell. Tudgay wins the header, brought down by Turner, lofted ball down the right hand side, King is onside, this to seal it for South Normanton, takes it around Deitch, and into the net. It bounces off the head of Brad Jones on the way through, but that is John King's goal. And it also seals a well-earned 3 points for South Normanton, which will take the Shiners 9 points clear of Shawbury and surely end any relegation worries. Coventry United 1, South Normanton Athletic 3 is the current score at the Butts Park Arena thanks to that goal from John King. I think that's a signal for some supporters to leave with just 3 minutes of normal time to go. That third and final goal basically sealing the South Normanton victory, and I think some supporters have seen enough, and that's perfectly okay. People have got work to get to in the morning. But the Red and Greens need all the support that they can get, limping towards the finish line in both this game and in the league as well. Still so many matches. We've got 8 matches to go in the Midland Premier League. Tudgay strode into United territory before the ball was kicked for the restart. The referee called it back, but we are underway now. So that goal from King means it's 3-1 to South Normanton. Cox and muscled by Jellyman, and down the right hand side for Tyson, and he takes it around Tom James, and he'll keep it in as well. It's in towards Marcus Tudgay, able to retrieve it from Rob Frinzel. Didn't pick up the run of King, and as he tried to find a teammate on the right, it was cut out by the United defender. Carey, in goes Jamie Turner from behind and sticks it out for the South Normanton throw. Those that have made the long journey from Derbyshire are going to be going home happy. Jones up line, headed on by Luke Barlow, who has failed to impress in his home debut for Coventry United, hooked into touch by Ryan Nadine. Jones will take the throw for Coventry United. He's got Carey and Palmer in support. We have just 1 minute of normal time to go. And Tom James is walking off the field. I believe he's been taken off due to an injury. And of course, United with no subs remaining. There's a reason that James didn't start the match. He wasn't fully fit. Brad Jones wasn't fully fit. Kevin Thornton wasn't fully fit. But Terry Anson's hand has been forced as Kevin Thornton is forced down from behind in the centre circle, and Tom James limps towards the Coventry United dressing room. And United now down to 10 men due to that injury to TJ. Jones in towards Luke Barlow, offside against Luke Barlow as normal time ends. It has been another night to forget. So I know a possible 3 points over the, sorry, a possible 9 points I should say, over the 3 games for the first team and the ladies. Just 1 picked up. In fairness, that match it should have been all 3 for United if it wasn't for a slightly dodgy referee. Can the Red and Greens pull off a miracle and get themselves 2 goals in added time as we have approached the 90th minute? Jones's throw cleared by Nadeem, but picked up by Carey. Tries to trick his way past Tyson. He'll find Palmer. Palmer through for Chris Cox. Will he get another one? No, he won't. He tries to lob it over the defender, but he couldn't get there in time. Curtis Hall grabs it. And that is surely that in terms of Coventry United's hopes of a late comeback. Cleared by Hall, one in the air by Rob Prince, or here's Kevin Thornton shielding the ball. From the Dean all the way back to Ryan McQuanjay. Well, that tactic from Terry Hansen trying to change it to a 3-man back line, seemingly costing United that 3rd goal. The Red and Greens left exposed at the back, but it was a risk worth taking. Sorevsky boots it clear from danger. Thornton tries to keep it away from King to no avail. Here's John King. Taken out from behind by Kevin Thornton. And it could well be a booking as Thornton does a few keepy-ups. No yellow card necessary. Of course it is Thornton's final game of the season. He's taking a break in Cape Verde, I believe. He would have been suspended from Saturday onwards anyway, so we'll be getting an interview with Kevin Thornton and hopefully Marcus Tudgay at the final whistle. King. Ball down the right hand side from John King. Cut out by Ryan McQuanjay. The clearance brought to the earth by Leighton, but it hasn't allowed Palmer onto it now. Tries to find Chris Cox in a more forward position. Intercepted by Dave Lee. We've had 2.5 minutes of added time. This could be the final attack for South Normanton. McQuanjay will put it into touch, will he? No, he won't. It's kept in by man of the match O'Connell. Cross blocked by Gift Musa. Out of play for the throw on the far side, level with the Coventry United penalty area as South Normanton close in on a vital victory. Into that penalty area. Deutsch loses it. It could be a chance for another one for South Normanton, but cleared just in time by Rob Prinzel, but it won't mean a whole lot as the final whistle blows and Coventry United lose out. Once again, that's 5 matches without a victory now for the Red and Greens. A double from O'Connell and a late strike from King. And a big 3 points for South Normanton, who are surely safe now in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. The final score here at the Butts Park Arena: Coventry United 1, South Normanton Athletic 3. And that will do it for us here on CUTV. Thank you for joining us. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button below if you did enjoy today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to us on YouTube for more exclusive content. Highlights of today's game will be available tomorrow morning on our YouTube channel, and you get updates from the club and the show on our Twitter account at Coventry United TV. I'm going to go and try and get an interview with some rather begrudging Coventry United players now. It's not going to be easy. Wish me luck, lads. But once again, the final score here at CUTV: Coventry United 1, South Normanton 3. We'll see you live from the Butts Park Arena on Wednesday as the Red and Greens host Hull. But for now, I've been Liam Cook, you've been brilliant, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye for now.